Hello parents and children. Today we're going to join you from our living room into yours today. So we're going to be having some games that you can play with 2 to 3 people, maybe even a little more. And the goal of this is just to kind of, add things into your time so you're having face-to-face time together and having a lot of fun. That being said, we're going to introduce a lot of games today with a lot of rules. The most important thing when we play these games is having fun. So if you get the rules wrong, but you're having fun, perfect. And don't be afraid at any time to add new things, change it up, whatever you got to do to make it fun. Because really the most fun you can have is when you're creating a game together. So keep that in mind as you're watching all of these games. I'm Coach Cole.
I'm Coach Kagan. I'm Coach Matt.
And let's have some fun.
Alright, hey everybody. This is called the Danish Clap game. This is kind of more of a speedy game. How it works basically is what you're going to try to do is find rhythm with the person that you're playing with by slapping your thighs. And then what you're going to do is you have these 3 options to move your arms. You can go to the left side, right side, or straight up. And then when you do that, you'll be doing it, you'll slap, you go, slap, and then you'll decide whichever one you want to do. Now, there's where the other person comes in. When you're doing this at the same time. So it'll be just like this, and you'll find this rhythm.
Yes,
Now, if you manage to do the same move, like we just did, we both went in the same direction, what you'll do is once you come back to slap your legs, then you'll come do a high five, smack your legs again, and then you'll keep going. So kind of like this.
Oh! I don't know what happened there. Okay, so if one of you messes up, that's the person that gets out.
Yeah.
Where's that change? Where's that? I don't have any. Oh, hi. So for this next video, we're going to be playing some little mirroring games. This is a really simple one that doesn't require very much movement, and it's pretty simple. So essentially, one person is going to be leading, and the other person is going to be trying to follow the other person. This is just a fun way of if you're at a restaurant waiting for food or something, you can just be experimenting with kind of simple movements, or maybe if you're in a more open space, this can be like a stretching way to kind of help each other stretch, right? So give this one a shot. And remember, if you're laughing, you're doing it right. Welcome everybody. This next game we're going to be playing Hunker Hosser. So in this game, you need a piece of rope and some little things to stand on. So these could be, we have some spots in this instance. If you don't have these, it could be you could have a little tape on the ground just to make a little circle. We have these moon spots. These could be rocks that you use outside. All you need is something to stand on that's very obvious, and just a nice soft ground around you. So, for this first one, we're starting out, where you're bending down, and you lose in 2 ways. One, you either fall off of your spot, or you run out of rope. So let's give this a demonstration. And so your goal is to pull the other person off their spot without, by only touching the rope. All right, ready? Go. Okay, so that one I would win. And the next level could be simply, we're gonna try standing up this time, right? Ready? Make sure you have equal rope each time. You can take a little bit more. Okay, and ready, and go. Oh, it might have been a pretty close tie. Yeah, so give that one a shot. It is a great one for being outdoors. All right, this next game, you can play with 2 people and up. In this case, we have 3. So all you're gonna need is the same number of tennis balls as the number of people. If you have less, that's okay as well, though. So first, we're gonna start off just with a little dexterity challenge, right? And this game is one of the more challenging ones, but it's kind of like a fun challenge. So simply, our goal is to throw it at the same time. So let's try it, boys. Here we go. Nice. We're gonna catch it at the same time. There we go. And we can kind of find a rhythm with this, right? And you can change it up. You can even go throwing on opposite side. Oh, it's okay. You're going to drop the ball. It's guaranteed. That's okay. All right, ready? I'm going to try throwing with my left hand and catching with my left hand. Ooh. All right. Let's try bouncing, boys. There we go. All right. And, all right. Let's try to actually get rid of it. and start walking in a circle. As you're doing this, you're having to gauge where the person is going to be as you're throwing it. Nice. Again, you can try switching up hands, challenging yourself. All right. Nice, you get the idea. This was going to be one of the more challenging games, but it's pretty fun.
Alright, so the game is pretty simple. Rock, paper, scissors, and the winner tries to tag the other. Now we're just going to play since we're in confined space. Our feet have to be still. Alright, Coach Hagan, Coach Cole.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
If you fall over, that counts as a loss.
For our last game, this is one that is great if you have a cluttered house. If you have a lot of things scattered around, this is a really good trusting game. So, we brought our chairs and our table back into the area. And here's how it's going to work. One of you is going to be a car, and one of you is going to be the driver. So, Kagan is going to be my car in this situation. So that means he's going to turn around. I'm going to use his shoulders to drive him, right? So, Kagan, you're going to close your eyes. Now, the job of the car is to close their eyes and try to trust the person that's directing them as much as they can. Sometimes a blindfold helps because it's hard to resist opening your eyes, but sometimes just simply having the person close their eyes can be good enough. Now, there's a lot of ways to do this. One, you can simply you can guide them by the shoulder, so I can kind of lead him here. I can maybe try to not use my voice at all. I can use little things to guide him. I can squeeze him, let him know he's walking through a big area. Or another challenge what you can do is you can use your voice, right? So I can say, Kagan, turn to your right. There we go. And take a couple steps. So start walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, and stop. All right, turn to your right a little bit. Take a little bit tiny, just a tiny little smidgen to your left. Okay, tiny bit back to your right. And start moving forward a little bit. You're walking in between two little things. So as tight as you can, nice and tight. Nicely done. All right, you can take off your blindfold. So come back over here. So I just want to talk about one thing, and this is a challenge for all of you. When you are guiding the other person, specifically when you're guiding with your hands, sometimes when you're driving a person, you have your eyes open, you can feel resistance, right? Because the person's like feeling like they're about to walk into something, and so they're kind of resisting. And it's your goal to get them to walk at normal speed. Now, I personally, when I have my eyes closed and I'm playing this game, I notice there's a specific moment where I go from, I'm like, okay, I'm not so sure, I feel like I'm about to walk into a block, and I'm really nervous, and I'm like, every step, I'm like feeling out, I'm like so nervous, and then you may not reach it, and that's okay, but your goal is you take a breath, and you realize this person is gonna keep me safe, and you trust this person, and like there's a nice little exhale, and suddenly you can walk at normal speed. So if you've got your eyes out, if you have your eyes closed, your goal is to trust the person as much as you can and let them guide you. If you have your eyes open, your goal is to keep them as safe as possible. And so every time you give a little stub of their toe, they're going to lose a bit of your trust. It takes a while to build that back up. So you have to keep them as safe as you possibly can. This is a great one for really anywhere. If you feel like they've memorized the place, give them a couple spins around, make them a little more disoriented. This can be done on hikes when you're by yourself with some friends, not by yourself. And this is really a great game for any type of place. So give that one a shot and really just practice trusting each other. That concludes this little video we got right here. So we hope you had some fun. Go out and give these things a shot. And remember, the most fun you can have is creating the play together.